Ooh. A little too overzealous there. It's funny,
excited.
Appreciate you making my drink, sir. It's funny.
Yeah.
One time, Boston was going home for lunch, and I was like, a lot of times we'll be like, "Oh, you want something? We'll bring some each other back." So he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich." Like, damn, that sounds good. Do you make me a peanut butter? He's like, "Hell no, I ain't making you no peanut butter and jelly sandwich." And I guess that's one of them things, right? You feel weird. You can't make a dude a sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not making you no fucking sandwich. You can go make one.
Shit.
That's facts. Only man I make a sandwich is my son. Like,
right?
Fuck that.
Had to bring the iPad back because the Post-it wasn't working.
I know. You can't see for shit, my guy.
Who says I can see this? But at least I can pinch the Zoom. At least I could pinch the Zoom. As soon as I find the app. When you, it's weird with iOS. When you download an app on your phone, like let's say you download it for a second, you change your mind, it auto-downloads it to your other devices too. So I'll go to my iPad and be like, the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh, I forgot I even downloaded that.
Shit.
So, anywho. I don't have much to say. I'm just ready to jump in.
Facts. Ready to get this shit fucking started.
All right. You're not going to do your thing where you say, let's get it motherfucking
poppin'. Yeah, let's get it motherfucking poppin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, welcome back to Warm the Crib Podcast. I'm Rahmonn.
Darien.
And this is episode number 29.
29.
I'm looking right at
it. I don't know.
Welcome back to the crib. Fire emojis. All that good shit.
All that good shit. We missed y'all.
Yes, we did. Question, did anybody notice the special graphic on the thumbnail on YouTube?
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Go back and check it out. I'm not going to tell you. Go look at it.
Exactly.
I'm fine-tuning my skills in Photoshop and Final Cut. So
I hear that. That's good shit.
And
that shit looking crisp though.
We talked about just doing better and doing more for what you said you want to do, and I'm making my reels.
Right.
And I've got a couple people reach out since I started making more reels. So
that's dope as shit.
I guess it's working.
Facts. That's what matters.
What are you grateful for, sir?
I'm grateful for you. Because without you, we wouldn't have started this. We wouldn't be doing this podcast. Because it was originally your idea, and you was like, "Yo, I just want you to be on there with me." I was like, "All right." At first, I wasn't with it, and then I succumbed to it, and I fucks with it. Like, so I appreciate you for that all the way.
I appreciate that, bro.
Facts.
Thank you.
That's 100.
Make me crying. We talked about the crying on the camera shit.
All right, you about to cut this shit off. It's like,
I am grateful for, and the timing is perfect. I am grateful for all my sons, but particularly Christian in our relationship. It's like having another friend, right? Another friend that understands you. And it's kind of like looking in the mirror sometimes. And not just, physically, but just we think very similarly. So it's kind of cool. And even cooler to see him making better decisions at his age than I made.
Facts. That's the best feeling.
But shout out to you, Chris. His birthday is tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday, my guy.
It'll be Thursday by the time you guys see
this.
Yeah,
this will be, but yeah.
But still, happy birthday.
Facts.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy, my rock. We could bounce ideas off each other. We could be straight with each other.
Right.
Like
that's how it's supposed to be. Real shit. That's dope. Facts.
Yes, sir. How was your week?
My week was...
It was back on it, huh?
It was a week, yeah. It was another time my boss was on vacation, so it was me by myself.
How much
again.
Vacation time you motherfuckers get?
He get a lot of vacation. We do get a lot of vacation.
That's what's up, though.
But yeah, he plans his shit out strategically. This motherfucker takes whole weeks. Like I was like cutting mine up because I already have the weekend off, so I just add a couple days on my weekend.
That is the best when you got the weekend because you can extend it. Just take the Monday and the Friday, and it's almost like you can have several vacations.
Exactly. And that's what I do. But his ass, it was like at least 3. It's another week that he gonna be off coming up in this year. So it's been like 3 whole weeks that he had off.
Is that standard, or did he work up to that because of how long?
No, he worked up to it. Okay. He's been with the company second longest out of everybody that's in that building.
Oh shit!
Only other person been there like 2 years longer. He been there like 17 years. Like, yeah.
I always thought that I couldn't. You know how you hear parents and other people say they worked at a company like 35 years or
Yeah.
whatever? We already know, just based on relationships and everything else, I get bored easily.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I was at AT&T 11 years, so
Yeah, that's
only
dope.
6 away from 17.
The longest I ever been anywhere was 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I would have been longer, but a bunch of fuck shit happened.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, fuck this place and left.
I wonder if I stay, because you do what tradition is, right? And traditionally, the generations before us, they were the ones who worked at companies longer. Now things are different. You don't make the most money by coming in the company rather, and staying there all the time. You get experience, and then you take that experience, you move on to someplace else, and you elevate your salary, and it's kind of how you do it. But 2 years is weird, and ever since I moved here, like by the second year, I'm unhappy with something.
Yeah.
Or I'm bored and I need to move on. And it never was the case because every place else I worked was like 6 years. It was 6 years, 6 years, 11.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting. So, we talked earlier, so I know you didn't watch it, but check out Cobra Kai. I wonder if it's more of an excitement thing for my generation because we grew up with the original Karate Kid movies. But Susan loves it. We watched it together. The new season came out, and we flew right through it.
Yeah.
Because of me, not her. But, you saw did you ever see the original Karate Kid?
Yeah,
I had to check because when we watched the first season, she's gonna kill me, but whatever. She was like, I don't even recognize all these characters. How do you remember them? Because the Karate Kid she saw was the one with Jaden Smith.
Yeah. I saw the one before that. Yeah. The original one.
It's been pretty cool. It's like seeing them bring back old characters and just kind of continuing the story.
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes a lot of shows more interesting. If you bring back like the original characters and original cast, people like to see like, oh, they're still and they're basically involved in the new generation's part. Like that's dope.
It's interesting too because when we watched the first season, we went back and watched the other movie so she could get more into the show and understand it. And looking back at it as an adult, you're like, wow, these guys didn't know how to fucking do karate.
Yeah, that's facts.
But then now you look at Ralph Macchio, the guy who plays Daniel LaRusso, is 60, and he looks way better than he ever did back then. Now, did he train more, or is it better cinematography, or a combination of both? But it's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah.
And it kind of...
Yo, filters are real, so it's possible, man.
It's interesting looking at how... these events that happened when he's a child have shaped his whole adulthood, and even down to how he interacts and how much he wants to protect the kids in the valley. And they're in one of those valleys in California, San Bernardino, I don't know, some valley.
Yeah.
And he wants to protect the kids so they don't get bullied and tortured like he did. So it's kind of a cool message to it.
Right.
And it's like him and his rival from way back then.
Yeah.
This shit is good.
That's dope.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. You guys still watching the 100?
Yeah, we still watching 100. We in season 7. About to finish that shit. That shit, it's dope as fuck. Like, it kept us interested this goddamn long. But
I gotta figure out why I keep stopping it.
It's dope though.
Yeah.
That shit's interesting, yeah. And it just now in season 17, all the shit that happened like back then and before is all starting to rival together and like make more sense in the entire story.
Okay.
So that shit's fire though.
So let me ask you a question, because I got a little knowledge of it. Based on you watching it, would you want to be in the spaceship with the adults or back on Earth with the kids? If you were in that situation.
I'd rather be on the ground with the kids.
Okay, why
honestly.
is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because the ship, that bitch is Gary Die. Like, everybody on the ship is Gary Die. Because that's why they sent them to the ground, to make sure it's habitable, so they can take everybody back down.
I remember now, because there was only so much resources on the ship.
And then when they got to the ground, all their tag Johns started, they took them off and was breaking them. And it basically was like showing like everybody was dying on their screens. So it was like, we don't even because they can't even contact them. So like, we don't even know. So now they were scared and they got to stay up there, and they felt, you gotta watch that shit.
Okay.
Lots of fucking people die a lot in that show.
Okay.
Damn, it sounded like I was too hyped about that.
No, but I guess you're just excited because it's always, a lot of times they preserve all the characters. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you see like a cliffhanger, you're not really sweating it because you're like, nah, they're gonna kill this person off.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh shit, they killed that person off.
Facts. That's real shit. It's a lot of people that died in that joint I didn't want to die.
Oh really?
Yeah, but some of them did fuck shit and they ended up deserving to die.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say one instance.
Okay.
Nigga, the main chick who was the leader of the kids went missing, and the dude that was basically in love with her like went crazy and like went to the people who already lived on the ground area, and they had them all captured, and they was looking around for her and they couldn't find her, and then people started trying to run away. He was killing them. He killed like 17 people like just from shooting them, and then the girl walks out of nowhere like trying to stop him because they knew they was out looking for her, and then they wanted him to die for all those people that he killed in order for everything to be
fair.
okay. Exactly. But he was a dope ass character at the beginning.
Shit.
Like that ended up being one of my favorite characters at the beginning. But then when he went left, I was like, God damn, like this nigga was just popping motherfuckers.
Shit must have been good.
That shit.
Crazy.
Nigga, he was gonna die about that. He was gonna die about that thing. She laid that shit on him.
Yo, and you guys haven't watched Echoes yet, right? Please promise me y'all watch it.
Yeah, we gonna watch it.
Right. I probably want to finish the one you watched.
Yeah, that's how we are. We want to finish that shit. So
that's how Susan will be like, oh, there's another one. She's like, can we finish watching the one we're watching?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So sometimes I find something dope and I just watch it by myself.
You have to.
So that I could go at my own pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's between us guys, okay?
It's between all of us.
Yeah. I saw this crazy shit. I subscribe to this thing called The Morning Brew since I don't watch the news.
Mm-hmm. I heard of that.
Yeah, it's a daily email and it has different news things and you can customize it to like, if you were into entertainment, you could get entertainment news. I don't get entertainment news. But like I'll get like financial news or just tech stuff. That's fascinating to me. And you know, we always wonder, you've never done like a 23andMe or a DNA test, right?
Nope. Never done any of that. I'm 100% nigga.
It's an interesting thing, right? Because and it's, you know, familiarity with who you hang around with, right? But back home I have a lot of Hispanic friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so people would always assume that I was part Hispanic or whatever. And that's kind of what I figured. And
mm-hmm.
I don't know who my biological father is and nobody to ask that would have the answer to that question. So you just kind of put two and two together, right?
Mm-hmm.
The most often I get mistaken for being Dominican. No offense if anybody's Dominican, they're like, fuck no, but whatever, that's what happens.
Nah, that's me too.
And so, I can see your yellow ass.
Fuck you.
So,
first of all, fuck my siblings too, because they used to tell my ass I was adopted. They used to say,
shit.
"Yeah, your daddy's some white guy." Like what the fuck?
Why
like,
ain't sending no money?
Facts. I'm like, all right, so why am I doing this? Fucking assholes. That shit was funny though.
So I finally did one. Susan bought it for me, and it was nice. The gesture. She was like, "I know you want to know, so I bought it for you, so I could kind of know, right?"
Right.
So I spit in the fucking tube, mailed it off, and anxiously waiting. I get the results back. And at first I was disappointed as shit because it says your recent ancestry is Maryland and Virginian slaves.
Oh, shit.
So it's like, here we are, a black man in America, and this is where my story leads back to. Like,
yeah, that's the bullshit. Like,
but kind of going deeper, I think it's 32% Nigerian. Some other high percentage, like 10, 15% is like in the Congo, Africa. And then there's like 2% of Scottish, which my last name is Scottish.
Oh, shit.
And,
yeah.
And then like 1% English.
Oh, shit.
Which it sucks because I can't do an English accent to save my fucking life.
It'd
be fucking
that
cool.
shit horrible.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to be able to talk like Idris Elba.
That's the fucked up thing. You love that fucking accent, but when you try to do it, it's horrible.
It goes from like a bad Jamaican accent to a country western accent. Can't do it for shit. I'm envious of people who can do it with ease.
Man done did an Australian accent, motherfucker.
But so when you're doing the DNA thing, one of the things you fill out, it says, do you want them to test this and then destroy it? or do you want them to keep it on hand for future product enhancements they might have? So, like, let's say they come up with this new feature. Well, like some of them, you can look at your DNA; it'll tell you what you might be predisposed to. So, like, if you have gluten allergies or other illnesses, they can do that. So I was like, do I want them to keep it? And then my thought process was, I could check here, please throw it away after you test it. How the fuck do I know, right? Well, one of these type of nightmares I read about in this story.
Yeah.
So this woman did a DNA test. What was it for? Yeah. She was a sexual assault victim. This is a little different. So she didn't submit her DNA for that, but she's a sexual assault victim. So of course they do DNA swabbing in order to try and find the assailant. And then they use that DNA to link her to another criminal case that she was involved in and arrested her.
Oh, shit.
Now, at first sight, as a man, that's just in general, as a human, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
As a woman, I would imagine it's crazy because you hear a lot of women that are afraid to even come forward when they've been a victim of sexual assault. And so now you can't even safely try and resolve this without worrying about it coming up with something else.
Yeah. Nah, that shit's crazy.
And the crazy part is that in those cases, in most states, it's supposed to say that they can't, like that DNA can't be submitted to a federal database for comparison to anything. So more to come. She was arrested at, there's no results of the trial or anything yet, but I just said, damn.
I feel like, I mean, that is fucked up because that is probably going to discourage people from stepping out and actually saying what happened to them. But I feel like you give anything to the government, like you give your DNA to the government, they're going to hold that shit. They're not, they're not going to dispose of it. Yeah, you can check that box, but nigga, I'm keeping this, motherfucker. Motherfucker, just in case. I need to run a scan on your ass.
And it's crazy. I used to say all the time, well, what does anybody want with me? I don't do anything crazy or illegal that I'm worried about. Until I watched this movie once, and the guy was like a professor, and he would study like history and like terrorism, something to that effect. Long story less long, a pattern he noticed he brought to these criminals to try and say, he brought to the feds to try and say there was a plot to bomb this building. Long story less long, they pinned it on him by using pictures and data and making him, and he died. He died with everybody believing that he was the person who caused the bombing. So, but we're in a digital world. You look, if you go down my staircase,
they can manipulate anything.
Right.
And
you
make
go down my
look
staircase, you're on camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times because there's 5 people with ring doorbells as you go down the staircase, right? So you got access to digital photography that somebody can manipulate that and put you anywhere. I can make you say anything I want if I take all of our audio and I want to take the time to piece it together.
Yeah,
I can make you say you are Darius. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts, though.
So there's all these, and of course, when you go to court, they have these experts that can determine if it was a manipulated photo or audio or video, but paper.
Yeah.
You get paid off. You know
That's
what I mean?
facts. That's all it takes.
So thoughts and prayers out to this young lady. Hoping it works out in her favor and that gets thrown out because that is some bull.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Shit.
That's some bullshit. Can't trust them motherfuckers.
I wrote Queen Elizabeth down here, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
too many people give it. I mean,
I feel bad that someone has passed away.
That's the issue, but
I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
A lot of people talk about like things that occurred from England during her reign, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's like, is the queen gonna help me? I don't think so.
Imagine being 73 and finally becoming king, though.
Jesus Christ.
Just imagine starting a brand new job at 73.
That's God damn.
What's more interesting is everybody's outrage over Halle playing a black Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, look into the camera. Somebody truly trying to get you.
Thanks. I'm good.
Okay. First of all, it's a fictional character.
Thanks.
Secondly, I think my favorite meme of all, it says all the black people, Africans that were thrown overboard during the transport of our people over to anywhere. You don't think there's some black mermaids down there?
That's facts, though.
And then you see comparisons, right? You see movies back in the day that were made in Egypt where there's all white people playing the cast members of Egyptians. That
Yeah, and y'all know Egypt is in Africa. There was no white Egyptians. There wasn't. They came over there after a while. That's like, how you gonna say everybody black but this section? like,
and so what? Don't watch it.
Simple as that.
Tie it back to something we
Rating's
said
still
before.
gonna be high. Fuck you talking about?
I think it's dope. Have you seen the videos, the reaction videos of little girls looking at the Little Mermaid, little black girls looking at the Little Mermaid be black and how excited they are that they can identify with it? That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, to stand on my argument, though, could they have made another character instead of changing the ethnicity of this one? Remember when we had the conversation about different alternative lifestyles and rewriting those characters for diversity and inclusion. So, to be consistent, could they have written another character?
No, because if they would have written another character, they would have said it was biting off of the Little Mermaid, and then it would have been get your own blah 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 shit. Like,
I like how you switched to the hillbilly tone. Bravo, sir.
Get your own damn mermaid. Like,
I just think it's I wonder if people felt. I mean, I guess people felt as strongly about things before the dawn of social media and being able to comment. But even back in the MySpace days, I don't remember people commenting this violently and aggressively about differences of opinion.
Nah.
Maybe I wasn't on this shit enough.
MySpace days, they didn't give a fuck. Ain't nobody care about your opinion. Like,
they just want to make sure you had a cool song playing every time you came to their page.
Yep, as long as you go to the profile, you got SpongeBob with the weed on him and shit on the background and the music playing. You look like you the shit.
But I guess it was different because you think about it. In the beginning, MySpace you could only access by going to sit down in front of a computer, right?
That is true. You didn't have
the convenience of having it in your hand and being able to fire a message. One, I forget which rapper said it now. Like, I think it was Fabulous. Niggas talking because they got free Wi-Fi.
Oh shit, that's a bar. That's real shit though.
Yep. Guys,
just talk reckless behind the Wi-Fi.
It's not like they deleted the white Little Mermaid. If you want to go watch that one, go watch that one.
Yeah, they just remade it. That's all it is. Don't get upset. Your panties in a bunch.
But let them make a white Black Panther. We gonna have a fucking fit.
White Panther? That motherfucker? Hell no.
Remember this movie comes out in November. If the dude take his mask off as a white guy, we gonna have a fit. So,
oh shit. You're gonna lose your mind. Nah, they know not to do that. They know that. How we showed out for Black Panther. They know not to do that. They know not. They better not. It's that movie reveal gonna be ugly.
Ooh. Speaking of Marvel, big fan, right? Not a fan of She-Hulk.
I didn't watch none of it. I keep hearing about it.
So my take thus far has been that the shows have been better than the movies in whatever phase we're in, phase 5 we're in. The shows have been better. Like, I really wasn't a big fan of Doctor Strange or Thor. Now, that being said, I've watched them since they released them on Disney Plus. I enjoyed them a little more, and I don't know if it's because I wasn't expecting much. Eternals, I haven't watched it without sleeping on it.
Oh shit!
But they really have been nailing the series. Not She-Hulk. And maybe it's not written for me.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm not the target demographic for it.
Possibly.
Like, it really is more of a comedic lawyer show. And I think I get the comedy aspects. And it was nice to have the little comedy reliefs in the movies, but I think they're swaying too much toward that.
Not enough action.
I ain't really seen her whoop nobody ass yet.
Yeah, what the fuck is the point?
I mean, in the beginning, when her cousin was training her, and she had the one little fight in the court scene, but then the last episode was the other girl villain trademarked her name, so she was trying to get her name back. Like,
oh shit, yeah.
I want to see some superheroes kick ass.
She trademarked their name, so
she can use it.
Like, that's so fucked up. That's women problems. It's like, nah.
I haven't been enjoying it.
I'm sorry, don't cancel us.
I haven't been enjoying it. And I thought Hawkeye was going to find corny because Hawkeye's not my most favorite Avenger. the Hawkeye shit was good. So I've been like, all right,
What's that on?
All Disney Plus. It's all the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah. I've been looking at that. I think I'm gonna get Disney Plus.
Because that's when they introduce. Do you have Hulu already?
Yeah.
Double check because they have these plans that since Disney owns all the shit, where they have these plans that'll include like ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that. I think I'll need that ESPN. I don't even watch sports like that though.
Yeah, but you have it. But it's funny because every time I watch She-Hulk, it just makes me want to go watch a good Marvel movie. So like I've already gone back. I rewatched Thor the other day. I went and rewatched Infinity War. I actually just finished it today. And I watched Captain America: Civil War.
Right.
Again.
That again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I gotta go watch some more shit.
Yeah,
I'm tired
I watched
of
Age of Ultron again.
Right.
So, anywho.
I'm getting disappointed with this shit.
Yeah. They are supposed to reveal Daredevil, which is a big deal because originally the Daredevil series was a Netflix series, and now they've brought Daredevil into the MCU. And so, yeah, we'll see.
I want to see. I fucked with Daredevil. That was that shit.
You watched the Daredevil series?
That shit.
I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's the worst thing if they fuck it up because it was good. Like
it was really good.
Yeah.
Maybe I rewatched that. Because they moved them all to Disney Plus now. Now that the Netflix contract is over, all of those series, Daredevil, Punisher.
Oh, I forgot about Punisher.
That was a good one too. They're all on Disney Plus now.
Oh shit. So. Yeah, I might need that.
Probably don't care about this one, but I thought it was worth the mention. So iOS 16 came out. Probably the least underwhelming software update since I've had an iPhone.
Damn.
I got a cool new screen that I can put widgets in now, which you guys have had forever. But then my CarPlay wasn't working.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was like, it's not the software. Me and my belief in Apple, right? It's not the update. It's got to be a bad cable.
It's the update.
Now it just started working again today. Well, you figure if they changed something in it, because they did release a new version of CarPlay for newer
adjust
cars.
The settings and shit.
And then I was checking the car, like, do I got to download an update for the car? Which is, when you think about it, it's crazy, right? All this technology.
Yeah.
I have to download an update for my fucking car.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Anywho, but the coolest feature is if you're another iOS user and you've also updated to 16, I can unsend a text message to you, or I can edit it after I sent it to you. So I did test it out. For all of you who don't know, both users have to have the update. So me and Mason tested it out. So I texted him, "You're a hoe," and then I changed it, but he still got the message, "You're a hoe." And then I got a notification that says, Mason may see this message and he hasn't updated to iOS 16 yet. So before you try and get away with some foul shit, make sure they've updated their phone first. Have you ever heard of the Mandela Effect?
No. I did, but vaguely.
All right. It's an interesting concept, right? So the concept says, well, first of all, they call the effect anytime everybody has a collective false memory. So like, let's say we remember that every time we worked in the right corner at the place we used to work at, we had a great old time. We left there celebrating like we had smoked and drank all night, and it was phenomenal. And we both remembered that, and other people remembered that. That would be a Mandela effect because that is not true, right? So I found this quiz, right? So what it is then the reason they named it the Mandela effect, there's a group of people that believe Mandela died in prison.
Yeah.
But he actually didn't. And the phenomena is trying to explain why do this group of people have this memory that didn't happen. So there's some couple different theories out there. But shit. Hang on. Isn't there a way in Chrome where you can open up tabs in other devices? I always find it when I'm not trying to look for it.
Tabs and other. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
So like I have Chrome on this device and I have it on my phone. And I have the tab open on my phone, which is stupid because the phone is now our video camera.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So every time I try not to find it, there's a way that you can pull up stuff open in your other devices. And of course, I should have tested it beforehand.
Yeah, there's one thing about Apple. It's easy to have everything connected. Yeah, I jumped through hoops with Android. I guess it depends on what it is.
They do. They have nailed the ecosystem. Like, even when I was looking at upgrading the computer in the studio, just from a price perspective, I really considered getting a Windows computer because you can get so much more power cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But then just the intercompatibility of the ecosystem being broken,
Right.
I didn't do it.
I feel you.
I'm just gonna Google it again. It's a quiz. So it was an interesting quiz just to prove the point.
Right. To prove the Mandela Effect?
Yeah, here it goes. I don't want the video game. And for those of you playing along at home, I will put it up there. Maybe.
Maybe. he had to think about the work that's gonna take too.
Yeah, it was on BuzzFeed. All right, so I'm gonna show you something. You tell me which one is right. So the first one says, what color are Uncle Sam's hat? Is it red and white or blue and white?
Red and white.
Okay, I think so too.
I bet you blue and white.
We were wrong. Damn. Okay. So, all right. Kit Kat, is it spelled like this or with the hyphen?
Hyphen. Oh my God, what the hell?
Okay. Fruit of the Loom. Is that the logo with the cornucopia or is it just the fruit?
I feel like it's cornucopia, but
I think so too.
I want to say fruit.
So you're going to go with fruit?
Yeah. Hey,
you were right.
got
See,
it.
I was wrong. Okay. Target.
The right one.
Yeah. Got that one right. In the Saw movies, does Jigsaw say, would you like to play a game? I want to play a game, or do you want to play a game? I'm an avid Saw fan. I will stand proudly to say that he says, I want to play a game. Agree or disagree?
The last one.
You think it's the last one?
Yeah. Oh, you was right. I should have trusted you.
Those movies they would always come out the same couple of days before my birthday. So it was like I always went the same for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
What does Tony the Tiger's nose look like? Is it blue with nostrils or black?
Black.
I'm saying black.
It's blue with nostrils?
We were wrong.
I don't even eat Frosted Flakes, but it's blue with nostrils.
What is Henry VIII holding in this famous portrait? I'm cheating on this one because I know what most people believe. Most people believe it's a turkey neck. Turkey leg. It's actually a glove. But if you ask most people, they would think it was a turkey leg. All right, here's one. The Monopoly guy, does he wear a monocle?
No.
You were right. I say yes. I wish I had my old Monopoly.
Nah, Planters wears a monocle. The peanut.
Okay. How do you spell the name of Oscar Mayer?
M-E-Y-E-R. Oh,
I remembered it too. Pikachu. Does he have a black mark on his tail or is it all yellow?
Oh, yellow.
You were right on that one. I thought it had the black mark.
I always watch Skechers.
How do you spell the name of Skechers?
I don't know. Skechers don't belong in my house, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a CH.
Fruit Loops. Is it fruit like the word fruit? Or is it two O's? Or is it, I know it ain't F-R-E-W-T. I would have definitely remembered that.
It's fruit like the word fruit.
Okay.
Oh, it's two O's?
It's two O's.
I thought that was off-brand. Is
it the Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears? You might be too young for this book.
No, nigga.
You had those?
Book, yeah.
They're secondhand. And rate
Bernstein?
Shit in the 90s. Yeah, I thought Steen too. It's Stain.
A stain.
I swore they were Jewish when I was growing up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is it Looney Tunes with two O's or Looney Tunes like a musical tune?
Two O's. What?
You're wrong. I don't know this one, but is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
In the City. In the City. It's in the City. I realized afterwards it's fucking in the city.
And that was all in the quiz. So you see the point, right?
Yeah.
So we're not unique. Most of the answers that we got wrong, most people get wrong.
Mhm.
So there's this belief that, so there's a couple of beliefs, and I have my own after reading about it. So one is that, remember they were going around in the Mayan calendar, said that the time ended in 2012. Were you panicked about it at all?
Mm-mm.
See, I overthink shit.
Mm-mm.
I was really worried about, like, but if this is the end, I got so much shit I didn't do that I wanted to do.
Everybody was worried about it. Like, I was constantly hearing about it, but I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna end like that. It was multiple times the world was supposed to end.
Yeah.
Like,
so one of the theories is that the world did end in 2012. And that we're in this alternate reality that's kind of like a reset. And that's why so many people remember these things the wrong way.
It's possible. I don't really agree with that though. I feel like it's more of a time situation, and it's something you don't see often. Because majority of those I don't see on a consistent basis.
Okay.
So I wouldn't 100% remember exactly what it was like. But when you have those answers in front of you, you're thinking like it literally can be any of these bitches. Like,
there was someone like, here's one that wasn't in the quiz. Where is the Statue of Liberty?
Statue of Liberty?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it like somewhere in New York?
Right. Do you know the name of the island it's on?
No.
I remember it being Ellis Island. I strongly, being from North Jersey, remember it being in Ellis Island. It is on Liberty Island. And it's always been on Liberty Island.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh,
so there are other more important ones than just name brands, right? Because you see some as a kid. There are other examples of like big time shit that everybody remembers that is just wrong. So how can, and again, if you don't remember it or I don't remember it, we're two human beings. But there's a mass of us that remember it the same way we remember it.
Exactly.
So theory number 2, right? And of course, I love this theory, multiverse. One of the things in Doctor Strange, when he wakes up from the dream in the beginning of the movie, and he says, I had a dream. He meets the one character, America Chavez. And he says, I had a dream about you last night. She's like, no, that wasn't a dream. That was an alternate version of yourself. So when you have a dream that's different than your real life, that's you connecting to the memories of the other version of you in the multiverse. So what if in a different universe, these things are the way they remember it? Because I remember the Bernstein Bear.
Yeah.
I remember it was the Bernstein Bears. There's another version where does Curious George have a tail? Does Curious George have a tail?
No.
See, I remember him having a tail. You are correct.
I ain't got no tail. Boots got a tail from Dora.
I thought I saw an interesting thing about that too. There's another interesting one. I won't change the subject too much, but the characters in SpongeBob all represent one of the 7 deadly sins. Look it up on YouTube when you have some downtime.
Yeah.
Watch some videos on it. It's interesting.
Yeah. Now you said, I think of that. Greed, gluttony, fucking yeah.
SpongeBob is lust because he wants everybody to love him.
Yeah. God damn. I never thought about that shit.
Right. Rahmonn's popular theory. Ready? We're in the fucking Matrix already.
That's possible. We would never know though. Like,
and software update. Somebody fucked up and changed the shit and update.
We all connected to all these devices too. There's no reason why these bitches could just know what the fuck I'm thinking and all that shit. Like, that shit's crazy. I don't trust it. We gonna get ran.
Now, I read an article, scientists always trying to explain shit, and I'm thankful for them. You ever have somebody tell a story to you, like about when you were a kid? And it was like, this one time we went to the beach and this thing happened and such and such and such and such and such. And your brain will fill in the blanks. And they've done studies where they've showed instances where people will tell a false memory. And then their brain of the person being told the story remembers being there and even fills in the blanks on details about the time. So could it be like an imagination thing, like in the brain? Like
It could be. It could be a way of your your mind trying to make it be the possibility of what you could think of, basically.
but the people even believe they were there. So it's not like they're like, oh, they vaguely remember. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then such and such and such and such happened.
Mm-hmm.
So in the instance of where they're being told the story, they really believe that the thing happened and they were there and they remember it happening like this. And you could hook them up to a lie detector and couldn't discern whether or not it was true or not because they believe that really happened.
Hell no. I don't know. That's just weird. 'Cause I've never had like a notion like that or felt like that about something that anybody said. Like if I don't remember part of your story, nigga, I wasn't there. Like, I don't care what you said, motherfucker. If I don't remember, I wasn't there. Fuck that. But that is crazy.
Yeah, I find it fact because there's been times before I ever, and then they did a movie about it. The movie was okay. It was mid. It was interesting.
You don't think that's possibly people just wanting to be involved in something that happened?
I don't give a shit about where the Statue of Liberty is, but I know where I remember the fuck it was.
Nah, that's real shit though.
Or the name of Looney Tunes. Like, Looney Tunes is my shit. I remember what I saw on the TV.
Yeah, I do remember the two O's.
But everybody will argue that it wasn't that way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And how do you prove it?
You can't, motherfucker.
Unless you have some video recording of you watching it or seeing the thing or being where it was. You can't.
Y'all ain't have motherfucking cameras and shit when you was young.
We had cameras, motherfucker. They just were big as shit.
They was, yeah. The motherfucking camera was the size of this chair, motherfucker.
You'd have to put the fucking camcorder on your fucking shoulder.
Facts.
Record on a big VHS tape.
Sheesh.
No, it's always fascinated me. If you get time and you're bored, check the fucking movie out. It was same thing. The guy was remembering things, and I think it was an alien thing, which is what the movie theorized in. Like they had taken him and put him back or something.
They probed him.
Yeah,
they put his finger up his butt. That's
something to that effect. But it's always fascinated me because if I remember something wrong, that I could explain it for me because I do have a vivid ass fucking imagination. And you've seen me just walk in the store, like the time I went in there and I come back cracking. He's like, "What's so funny?" I was like, I was in the aisle and I was helping somebody pick paper, and my brain literally thought of this story. Like, what if I recommended them the copy paper, which comes in red packaging, and they were like, "I'm a blood. I don't buy no red paper." I imagine this whole story just for 5 seconds showing somebody what the difference between the papers are.
Yeah.
So if it were just me that remembered these things wrong, all right, I'll chalk it up to my fucked up brain. Or not fucked up, but my imaginative brain.
Yeah. But when it's multiple motherfuckers, though, that's different.
Unless we're all the same. Like, we used to have the shit we would do in the summertime, because we didn't really go anywhere, me and my sister. So one year, we decided to make a magazine. Like, we just literally would go in other magazines and cut pictures out and wrote stuff with construction paper and crayon and made our own magazine. That was our summer project. Nobody gave it to us. It was just what we did.
Yeah.
One year, we put together a concert. So we rigged my room, and the bed was the stage, and we rigged like yarn and string up to have our action figures and her dolls like as the performers and played music on a cassette player and recorded it.
Yeah.
Like that was always the shit that we would think of as kids and put together. We tried to make a go-kart out of a toy chest one time.
Oh shit, that's
that
dope.
Same toy chest. We tried to make a dishwasher because we got tired of washing the dishes. So my brain's always been a problem solver, fill in the blanks.
How the fuck was that going to work?
I don't know. It made a lot of mess.
Y'all tried that shit. I don't know how that was going to work.
Yeah, we never had one. I didn't have a dishwasher till I didn't live in a house with a dishwasher. I was an adult. Yeah, I was a dishwasher too every other night. What was your schedule?
Huh?
Did you have every other night, or was it like a week at a time?
Shit, at one point I was just the only motherfucker doing dishes. Like, I don't know. I guess when you the last one in the family, that's when you like, nigga, you do everything.
My sister used to play this game with the pots, right? She'd be like, it was on her night, because we had every other night. And so, like, if you cooked something in the pot, especially back then, we had them cast iron pots. We had no fucking Teflon coated fucking pots.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Oh, I had to soak." So then that way it would soak overnight and then it would fall on my dish night. So one time we played a dangerous ass game. It's like, oh, it still wasn't coming out, so it's got to soak again. And it's got to soak again. Long story less long. We let my mother's pot rust the shit. No, it wasn't that pot. We did that with the pot. That one wasn't the bad one. The bad one was she had this electric skillet thing she had bought.
Oh, shit.
And so we kept putting soap and water in it and covering it. And I think she had made something with ground beef in it. It had maggots in it because we both kept passing it off to the next person. I don't remember we got our ass beat because I don't have a recollection of what happened after it. I can clearly see the pot, but I don't have a recollection of what happened after.
She knocked the next 10 seconds off out his ass.
Next week, because I don't remember. I just remember the pot being clean miraculously.
Oh, shit.
And I never did that shit again.
Motherfucker woke up, pot clean, food made.
Nothing ever had to soak ever again.
Oh,
to the point
shit.
now, if I walk in the kitchen and like Susan left the pot soaking, I have to clean it.
Oh, shit.
Because I don't remember what happened, but I think it was traumatic.
Real shit. That is traumatic, motherfucker. You miss a whole thing though. You miss a whole few minutes of memory.
We must have let that go back and forth for a week. Yeah, folks, don't let leftover ground beef sit even in soap and water. It will deteriorate and grow stuff. It's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Whatever you poured today, that shit is smooth. That's the new bottle?
Yeah.
That shit is smooth.
That shit smooth as fuck.
I forgot I wasn't drinking just Pepsi. Or, as it were, Aldi Pepsi.
Aldi. That's why we showing barcode. Fuck that.
Times is hard. We told y'all we need a grant. So we got unnamed brand soda. What's your final thoughts, sir?
My final thought, as always, make sure you do everything you can to make this world a better place. We need to do it together to be successful at it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and follow us across all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Warm the Crib, and TikTok, Warm the Crib Podcast. We appreciate that 100.
Nice. I will end with, listeners, if you guys have some memory that you clearly remember a certain way that nobody else does,
facts,
let us know, because I'm not the only crazy one, right?
No, that's a lot of crazy people like you.
No, or if you have any other cool articles on the Mandela Effect, like, let me know. Check it out. Facts. I do believe there's a multiversal world, and I do believe there's some truth to when you dream.
We gotta be ignorant to think that this planet and us is the only thing in existence.
Absolutely.
You gotta be extremely ignorant to think that. Like, there's fucking places we can't even get to. Y'all got pictures of other galaxies. Like, how the fuck is there not other? Like, come on now.
What do you think a Darien in another universe is like?
Shit, he a dick is what he is. He probably got all my bad traits. I don't know. You never know. That's the thing. It could be any fucking thing.
Yeah.
It could be a apocalyptic world, and I'm out there on the fucking hoverboard saving people and shit. You never fucking know.
Dude, back to the Darius principle.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
What if in every other universe, each one of my marriages lasted like 20, 30 years? What's that look like?
Like you old as shit with saggy balls now. That's what it look like, motherfucker. God damn.
My exes are watching like, hell no. That the shit ain't working that universe either.
Oh shit. That's funny.
Yo, that would be fucked up if in every fucking universe.
Universe.
I've been divorced 3 times.
Same exact time frame and everything. 3 times, 7 years apiece.
Damn,
that'd
crazy.
Be fucked up. You're like, oh, is it any different here? Nah, nigga. It's the same shit, bro. We might as well go back home.
Can you imagine? A couple of years ago, I find the tool to be able to go to multiverses. I peek in. Yo, we paying child support in this universe? Yup.
Yeah.
Right. Next. We paying child support twice as much. Nah, I'm not staying here.
I can't come here.
Shit. Anywho, thank you guys for watching once again. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Welcome to any new listeners. We hope you continue to watch another episode.
Stay here with us. We appreciate it.
We got some cool guests coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I don't want to name or say a time because this is a moving target.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah.
But thank you for rocking with us once again. We'll see you next week. Remember, after you watch this, go back and listen to it. And if you listen to it first, go back and watch it because I guarantee you miss something, you'll pick up something that you didn't hear the first time.
Big facts.
And he already told you where you could listen and like.
Once again, at Warm the Crib Podcast. Oh, at Warm the Crib across all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. At Warm the Crib Podcast on TikTok. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that.
Yes. And rate
all
us
that.
if you're listening.
Rate us, yes,
rate
please.
Us.
The ratings help.
Especially if you enjoy it.
And the listens help. And the likes help.
It all helps.
All that helps.
Help us get to a bigger audience because I feel like we got something important to say that can help everybody.
Big facts. Big facts.
With that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Until next time.
Peace.